Hey guys, this is Persephone and this is another video for the Hermit Tarot. I wanted to do a quick video today on Darcy Sylvia. She's a reality TV star from the 90 Day Fiance reality series. This video is just going to be for fun. I do not in any shape or form know Darcy Sylvia. I do not know Tom either, but that is who I'm focusing on today. This is, again, a reading for entertainment purposes. I do not know the people I speak of personally. I have never been in contact with them. And again, this reading is for entertainment purposes. It's not, this is not like an exposed video or like anything malicious, obviously. So, but I'm hoping that she sees this video and maybe it could give her some insight on her. Now, today I believe is an episode, and I do watch the reality series with Darcy. My family finds her very entertaining because she's so, I don't know, I think she's relatable on many levels. It's not necessarily that it's because, you know, she's an older woman, but it's just women in general, right? Women in general, you know, who have experienced love on any sort of, I guess, phase. You know, you go through the honeymoon phase, you go through the getting to know you phase. And, you know, unfortunately, a lot of us have experienced heartache, and it seems like she's had her fair share. So I thought it would be interesting to kind of read her and then see what her dynamic is. I also researched her because I thought it would be interesting. I thought she was like a water sign because she tends to be a little bit more, I wouldn't say emotional, but she's very transparent about how she feels. And it seems like she doesn't know how to control her feelings, in the sense that she's not, I don't feel like she puts on a show, right? Because there's some people that you can tell, like, oh, that's not really how you feel, or that's not what you really mean to say. You're just, you know, you're doing a show for the cameras, right? But she seems to be a little bit more, transparent about how she feels. So, but anyway, let's get a move on her reading. For some reason, I think I'm going to use these cards to read her. Oh, so what I wanted to say was, I did a little research on her first before I read her, only because I wanted to get like a clear picture of like who she was. And again, as I was saying, I thought that she was going to be like some sort of water sign or an earth sign. And she's actually a Libra. So I thought that was weird because I would have never pictured her to be a Libra. In all honesty, my experiences with certain Libras have always been that Libras are always like fashionistas. Libras are also very, they tend to exaggerate the truth, right? So like, I don't want to say that they're liars, but they're a little bit of fibbers. Like they're exaggerators of the truth, but they are telling the truth, but they just like stretch it. So I don't know if like I can honestly say that that's what she does, because again, I don't know her personally, but it seems like, you know, when something's a big deal, it is a big deal to her, right? Also, I did some research on Tom, and Tom was a Capricorn, and I thought that did fit, because Capricorns tend to be a little bit more calculated in their emotion. So, you know, he seems like he's always very over analytical. I wouldn't be surprised if there's like some sort of Virgo in his chart either. There's Virgo in her chart. Her Venus actually is in Virgo. So I thought that was weird too, because usually people that have Virgo in their chart are very calculated in who they love. And I don't know, she gives like a very different impression in the show. It doesn't show that she's very calculated or that she's I don't know, that she's analytical at that point, but again. Okay, so this is for Darcy Sylvia from the 90 Day Fiancé. I'm just giving her a general reading. So the Four of Swords, the World, and Judgment came up first. So I'm just trying to get a read of her. Personally, so the Four of Swords reverse shows that there isn't sort of harmony when it comes to communication. It seems like when it comes to communication, she always tends to either stumble with words or she tends to be a little bit more indirect. The World upside and Judgment can see that there isn't any sort of harmony when it comes to her environment. And it seems also that there's a lot of disharmony when it comes to either communicating with people or receiving any sort of criticism or any sort of helpful advice. And it could also indicate that she's very defensive, right? When it comes to, she's very protective of herself and her environment, but she also feels very like on the defense. She always feels like she's being attacked, or she also feels like she has to be on the attack mode because people tend to maybe misread her, misunderstand her. So the King of Wands, the Wheel, and the Hangman came up. So presently, it seems like she's in a better place in the sense that she's a little bit more grounded. The three, so when I see the Wheel, I usually I focus on the women that are on there. And she has 2 daughters. And this could be her right now. This could be that she's grounded right now with her daughter. She's with her daughters, and she's a little bit more, not necessarily in limbo, but she's in a position right now where she sees things in different perspectives. And she also feels more in touch with herself, right? Because the King of Wands tends to be like the king of creativity and also the king of action, adventure, precisive, be more proactive. And I feel like now she feels like she's more grounded. She's surrounding herself with like better people. I wouldn't be surprised if she's surrounding herself with more than just her daughters. It shows also that she's just having like more of a union, a union, how can I say, like she's feeling more united with her family or with her friends or with her gang. You know what I mean? Like she's with her crew right now. Like she's not, it doesn't show like she's not lacking of any sort of some emotional support. The Knight of Swords, the Seven of Chalice, which is the Seven of Cups, and the Towers. Yeah. So right now, it shows that it seems like she's going to have to keep on being repetitive about what was going on. And it makes sense, right? Because right now they're like doing not press release, but they're doing like press. They're doing some sort of more of an explanation of what was going on with the episodes, and they tend to be focusing on her. But right now I see that the Knight of Swords is going to be like, she's slowing down when it comes to communication, right? Because she's usually very on the defense of what's happening. She's going to have the opportunity to show her side of the story, right? She's going to have her side explained, and now we're going to actually get to see more of Darcy in a different light. Maybe we're going to be able to see her in a more, not necessarily vulnerable spot, but I feel like she's going to have like she's going to have the opportunity to really come out of this looking like a boss, you know? And she is a boss. I mean, I don't understand why a lot of the editing shows her very emotional. I mean, the whole point is to be honest, right, about how she feels. But I feel like sometimes TLC does not show Darcy in the best of light. They show her as like an unstable kind of person. But I think she's going to actually be very happy with this outcome. Okay, I kind of want to show you all the cards. Okay. though. Okay. All right, Spirit. So clarify for me, Spirit. Why is Darcy always on the defensive? Like, why is she always on the defense? Why is she always feeling like she needs to be protective of her spirit? Why is she always on the defense? Spirit, why is she always on the defense? Regret. It shows that Darcy has a lot of regret, maybe from past relationships, maybe from childhood trauma. It could also be an indicator that she has made some regretful choices. Maybe her previous relationships with the father of her children was one of the relationships that left her very empty, very regretful. Not necessarily of her children, but just she felt very depleted out of that relationship. And that's why she always is on the defense, because she's so worried about things happening the same way that they always have been in her relationships. But yeah, she's scared that she's not scared that not only is someone going to cheat on her, because that's not something like she really worries about. It's more like my life is going to pass me by, and I was the dumbass who didn't see that someone was taking advantage of me. Right? Someone is always making her false promises, and it seems like she's always regretful of listening to those people who give her that false sense of security, that false sense of like happily ever after. And she's spent a lot of time really just trying to figure out why people do that. So that's why she always feels like she's on the defense mode, because people give her a false sense of security. A lot of men have given her a false sense of security, which has led her to feeling regretful of her situations. But I don't see that Darcy is giving up on love, which is awesome. I don't sense that at all. I just feel that she feels a little lonely. How is Darcy presently feeling? She feels, look, the Page of Wands and the King of Wands came up. So she feels like she's now in control of her narrative, right? Because people are now going to get a chance to see how, not necessarily how she loves, but how she's going to be able to recover from this. And I think she's also getting a sense now that she is somebody that deserves love, right? She is somebody that deserves respect. She deserves an opportunity. And she deserves someone who feels just as strongly for her, just as she does them. So, I mean, I'm so happy that she's actually understanding that. Spirit, so what's the Three of Wheels and the Hangman? What's the Wheel card? Clarify the Wheel card for me. Clarify the Wheel card for me. No, those are too many. Clarify the Wheel card for me. Okay. The Three of Cups, exactly what I was thinking about, and the Wheel. So, like I said before, she's more grounded. She feels protected now. She feels like she's actually in a situation where she feels spiritually fulfilled. And like I said, with this quarantine, it's really given us a chance to kind of reflect on who's around us and who really cares about us. So I have a feeling that it's her daughters. It's her daughters who's actually giving her like a boost of energy, a boost of self-esteem, a boost of love. Like that's who's actually been surrounding Darcy. It's her daughters. So those are the people that are actually making her feel very loved. Yeah, very protective of her. So you got this, you got the Nine of Wands here. So the Nine of Wands always talks about like protection, a person who has been wounded, but they're still holding their ground, someone who's on the defense. But again, this is someone who's actually been through war and been back and been successful with everything that they've done. So Darcy's feeling a lot better since everything has come out. I think that she was very disappointed in her relationship, and this is not a fan talking. This is me, like this is the cards like that are indicating this. This is what I'm hearing. She just feels better. I feel like it's her daughters. It's her daughters who are giving her like that spiritual fulfillment and clarity, and she feels much better like being out of that situation. I don't see that she's having a situation, right? I don't even see anything romantic happening with Darcy right now. I feel that she's just kind of been in mommy mode, right? That's what she is. She's in mommy mode and she's really happy about it. Spirit, clarify the Spirit, clarify the Knight of Swords for me. Tell me what that's about. She's no longer delusional about what's happening. As I said that, the Seven of Cups reverse came out, but I'm not going to take it. I just wanted to show you guys. The Four of Cups, I can't even talk right now. The Four of Cups reverse shows that she's no longer delusional. She's no longer regretful. She's no longer trying to look outside for emotional fulfillment. She's actually very happy where she's at. She no longer fears non-communication from her previous relationship. I guess because I have Tom in the mind too. This could actually be like a general reading for both of them, but I'm more focused on Darcy. It shows that she's not waiting for anyone to offer her any sort of emotional stability anymore. She's not waiting for someone to kind of like, she's not waiting for her knight in shining armor to rescue her. There's nothing to rescue her from anymore. Like I think she's gotten like a very big dose of reality. I mean, you know, the irony of it all, the gag of it all, but yeah, she feels she's no longer in a dream state where she's kind of pushing away any sort of opportunity. She knows what she has now, and she's very happy about it. Let me see what the Seven of Cups is. Yeah, so the Seven of Cups is an opportunity. The Seven of Cups is the opportunity to have emotional stability. But the Five of Pentacles talks about coming into some sort of instability, right? Unstable. So that could be that she felt like she was not emotionally getting the opportunity to feel any sort of fulfillment. But again, because she's been with her daughters for so long, I mean, like I said, we've all been quarantined, she's actually feeling less pressure. Justice. So she finally feels like she's getting the respect that she deserves. She finally feels like she's going to just like the right is on her side, right? She's actually feeling like Darcy's actually feeling like, okay, I got what I deserve, in the sense that I got to see how much of a dickhead you are. I got to see that not only is love possible, but love is going to be possible with someone who actually cares about me, right? I see that. I see like a whole epiphany happening for her. I see that she's feeling more enlightened, she's like seeing things more clearly. She's not waiting around for Tom, and she's really not. I don't see her really like, yeah, look, the Lover's reverse. She's not interested in love right now. She's not interested in anyone giving her any sort of emotional stability. She is emotional stability, right? The King of Cups, even though a lot of people like to take tarot card readers, tarot cards in the sense of, if I see a king, that must be talking about a man. No. Tarot cards are more personality traits. So if the King of Cups are talking about, not only am I'm emotionally stable, I don't need anyone to offer me that, right? And this also could represent Tom, because Tom is a Capricorn, right? Cups are usually water signs, Scorpio, Cancer, and Pisces. But in this case, we could also be she's looking at Tom like, you were such a dickhead. And not only did you you tried to fool me with this bullshit of like offering me happily ever after, but now I see you for who you truly are, right? And I know you're not like Prince Charming, right? She doesn't feel trapped anymore. She doesn't feel trapped in this. She doesn't feel like, I'm going to eat the bullshit, I'm going to drink the Kool-Aid. She's in a very happy space. I feel like she's more tranquil. Like she's just stable. She's more calmada. She's I mean, for my non-Spanish speaker, she's more like, I feel happy. I feel good. This is actually a very positive reading. I read Darcy actually on Friday, and I didn't get such a positive reading in the beginning. But again, energies change. So right now, as we're speaking, Sunday, what day are we on? The 26th, April 26th. I feel like she's more stable. She's not really giving a shit. Yeah. She finally put that fight to rest. She doesn't give a shit. Darcy does not give a shit about any of that beef. This was like a general like energy for her. Let me just see what the cards are indicating for her and Tom, because that is something I'm very curious about. I think I'm actually going to use the original tarot tarot reader card. How many minutes are we? 21. Okay. Speed this up. What does the future hold for Tom and Darcy? What does the future hold for Tom and Darcy? What does the future hold for Tom and Darcy? What does the future hold for Tom and Darcy? What does the future hold for Tom and Darcy? So, Death reversed, it shows that there might be another second round of this. I don't necessarily see love. It could be that, again, they're in the show together. So there might be like another round of them talking about their relationship. But like, again, I don't see her that she's very focused on it. I don't see that she's in love with him. I don't see that she's interested in his bullshit anymore. And to be honest, I don't see that Darcy's interested in anyone right now. I see that she's very focused on her money, focused on her family, focused on her daughters. I keep seeing her daughters on her mind. I see that she's thinking more of stability and offering her daughters more emotional support and thinking to herself, I need to be there for my daughters. I need to protect my daughters because I need them to know that this is not okay. And I need them to also know that this is not how you treat people. You don't treat women and you don't allow people to treat you that way. I see like a mother mode coming up. For her and Tom, though, I do see that there's going to be a second round for them, but not necessarily in love. There's going to be more of a chance for her to get things off her chest, and she's going to actually be very quick with this. She's going to be very quick with the opportunity to tell him about how she's not into him anymore. She's not interested in his bullshit. She's not interested in having another round with him. She's not feeling it. Everything came out reverse because, again, she's no longer going to be pouring something out in the sense of I'm pouring all my relationships, all my time, I'm investing in this relationship. I'm literally pouring out the spilled milk. I'm pouring out the investment I put in you, and I'm going to let it hit the ground and run. Like, not necessarily because I'm looking for us to grow from this. I'm looking for this to die out. I'm really honestly looking for this to die out. I don't see a romantic relationship happening for Darcy in the near future, but this is a good thing. It's not necessarily that she's not going to have the opportunity to be in love again. It's just that she's more interested again in just being focused on being a mom, focused on being with her daughters, focused on being a businesswoman. She's just focused. I really do see her being focused. Spirit, what advice do you have for Darcy? Spirit, what advice do you have for Darcy? What do you have for Darcy? Spirit, what do you have for Darcy? What do you have to say to Darcy? What's her advice? What advice do you have for Darcy? What advice do you have for Darcy? Spirit, what advice do you have for Darcy? I'm going to take these two. When it comes to love, Darcy, my general advice is going to be, don't necessarily overpour your feelings for someone the second that you meet them. And I know that a lot of people are going to say that this is such a generalization of her, because this is insight that you can obviously get from watching the show. But the cards are literally showing that when it comes to love, when it comes to partnership, when it comes to involvement of any sort, romantic or platonic, she does have a tendency of overfilling, overpouring, over investing, right? Which makes the person feel trapped, and it makes her feel trapped. It makes her feel trapped. She's always trapped in her emotions. She's always trapped in how she feels, and because she's a Venus, she's a Virgo Venus, that makes me know that she's very over analytical about her decisions, right? But it seems like she just doesn't she lacks like the confidence in kind of telling someone like, I don't like how you're treating me. And when she finally does, she's kind of waited too long to express herself to her partner, and then that's when her partner is shocked and like, I didn't know you were feeling like this, so why the hell did you wait all this time to tell me that, right? Another indication of the King of Cups reverse can be like someone who overpours, in the sense like they overdrink, they're excessive. They're excessive with eating, they're excessive with drugs, they're excessive with drinking, they're excessive with love, they're excessive with overthinking, right? But here, since we're showing partnership, it could be that she overinvests in her partner relationships, which leads her to feeling entrapped, or feeling like she's blindly walking into a relationship, she's blindly walking into a situation without having to really put like her all into over analyzing, is this the right partner for me? Do I even like this partner? So my advice for Darcy would keep being focused on being a boss, keep being focused on her children, keep focused on being a great mom and a businesswoman, right? Because you've gotten where you are on your own, being successful, but also with the partners that you've had, which are your daughters and your sisters and your family members. So definitely that does show in the cards. I wish Darcy much love and luck. And I hope you guys enjoyed this general reading for Darcy Sylvia from the 90 Day Fiancé series on TLC. Bye, guys.